We're waiting on Facebook. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get all three connected. Facebook is not coming to the party today. Come on. So Periscope has just gone online. I think I have to go for the neutral plus. I didn't want to. Just give me a second. I'll try and set this up for Facebook. Just the one I have having trouble with today. Go through my account that I normally go through. And we will go. Let's see if we can get it going. Just to let you know, it's 3:15 in the afternoon, and I'm still in my starting to get back to that. I think it's the end of winter blues. I came right. I was going for ages, like, well, for the last month or so, I've been really, really well, and it's just gone back to getting difficult just to do the simple things again. I think it's a nice story. Let's put that. I don't really want to go through this account. There you are. By the way, this is going to be my sexual assault story. I don't know if it's sexual assault journey. Oh, she's coming up. So that's good. I just put this survivor. Here she is. So now Facebook is here. We can go. Yeah, it's working. There's me, but I don't see me. So there I am up on Periscope. You probably can't hear me. Just give me a second. This is really cool because I got you on my mobile phone, so you can come around and have a look at my house. You won't be looking too closely because it is messy. Oopsie daisy. Oh, just in a minute. There we go. Got that sorted out. I'm just getting the microphone. Here we go. There you go. Go to live. That's what you look like live. I'm not very well prepared. I'm still trying. I probably don't need it. Probably don't need the microphone, but it's probably not going to work anyway. But I'll plug this in. Out there. Periscope on. Hello. Now, I wanted to do a test. Hello, me pump. That's an interesting name you have there. I wonder what it means. Okay. I hope you can hear me. I'm going to talk to you for about 20 minutes, and I'm really doing a test. I've been live streaming, and I'm sort of starting to learn how it works, and I just started using my mobile phone, and so I've got my mobile phone and it's just people ringing me, so I've got to learn not to do that. Anyway, so we're going to talk to you today about something that's very sensitive. If you've seen the Facebook, you see that I'm going to be talking to you about my sexual assault, experience, and I've never spoken about this on live stream, so I don't know who's watching, but I just hope that it can give hope to anybody out there that's had this experience and is really suffering. About 2 months ago, I actually did group therapy with other women that have been through this experience as well. And if you have any questions, just I'm happy to answer them as long as they're decent or they're respectable, because it's a very sensitive subject, and I'm not going to be very, just be respectful. So I can see you in Periscope. I'm watching Periscope. So we're just going to talk about this, and I think I did the group training with a group of women about 3 months ago, which is pretty much why I've gone back into my my And what that meant for me was, if I went to family gatherings, I'd have people coming up and go, or you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. And as a young person, I put up with a lot of that kind of thing. And I think over person that did that was still walking around and, you know, probably doing whatever he can do. So, unfortunately at the time, you know, bad things don't happen at the same time, you know, those people I made a mistake. I was looking through where my uncle wanted to go, and on the road someone pulled over as soon as he had the road, and I actually accepted it, and I ended up getting red by that time. So it was two forms of assault, one from my uncle, one from my family. He dumped me off on the side of the road and gave me 5 bucks and said, "You go right to go with your uncle." So, yeah, the hearing that Serenity gives me, I'm a complete mess. I was absolutely, I was fortunate to go to my family where they had loving and that was nice. And I always felt uncomfortable in that family because I never knew about my life. And they used to watch how they used to and they didn't used to scream each other's heads off. And so I was always watching them going, oh, that's different. That's different. And I was able at that time to be introduced to my faith. I had a faith in God, I always had. So that happened at that time. It really helped me because I needed something. But being in that home with my aunt and uncle were really good, it was nice, and I met a boyfriend as well, and it was nice being with him, and I was kind of trying to put my life together. So I'm sure you know, I might have looked on the outside like human being with a body and legs and everything and smiling, but I was not sure it meant something. I was damaged and critically damaged. And even though I had a relationship with a partner, as I was getting older, going into 18 all the way up to my 20s, I was starting to show the impacts of what sexual assault does to a person, and I was angry. I was incredibly angry, and I had this rage, and I tell you what, if you say something, do something wrong, I would fly off them. And I would scream my head, I would use people, I wasn't using it before, and my partner that I was with for a while, we did marry, but we got divorcing, and my rage played a role in that. And I just had this incredible anger. I didn't know where it was from or what caused it. I just couldn't comprehend because I was too damaged. I think damaged is the word to say. I don't know what the appropriate words to say are. Oh my God. But yes, I was too damaged. And it was an internal damage. And it was also physical as well. My body didn't work. So this experience is that I was having a sexual assault as a child, having an experience as an adult, were now starting to impact my life. Rage was impacting my relationships. I was a danger to people. If you looked at me the wrong way, I could completely throw up the handle. And violence and aggression in my body walking in significantly those people when I didn't know how. I think the reality of the situation was I didn't had the communication skill back then, and I've only been taught a few communication skills lately in that curriculum, but it was, I just didn't have the ability to verbalize how I felt and what I thought without being angry and being violent. So I have these feelings that have happened. As I've moved on down in life, I am in a relationship with my ex-husband died, and I'm not blaming myself on that one. I blame both of us. But I know that I contributed, and what I contributed to that relationship was not enough, and I have to take responsibility for my own actions. So anyway, that was it. My marriage was over, and I needed to. It was very easy for me to get a partner back in those days, but I needed money, and with my thinking, I knew that I had the looks and the body at that time to be able to teach that. And I actually ended up basically, it's hard to say, but I ended up in the industry. I was in the world and as well, but not and that's how I got by for a few years. I think that was one of the more comfortable situations, work situations that I actually liked being in, because I was surrounded by other girls and we were kind of on the same wavelength sort of thing. I think I was in an environment where I was just another person, young lady, trying to find my way in this world. And I was there for, did that for a couple of years and was quite successful. Well, I'm a Christian, so when it came to facing God, it wasn't a success at all. But it was something, it was my way of getting through in life at that time. And then one day my relationship was shocking. I had gone out with a drug addict, and I'd gone out with an alcoholic, and I had a very, very abusive relationship in my life. And one day I just got sick of this world that I was living in, this dark existence where I met men that were listening to get money, and other men giving me money to just basically look at me, exactly what my brother was doing, and I just got sick of it. And then my marriage broke up, and I made the great big announcement, I'm not doing this anymore, and I'm going back to school. And that's what I did. So I didn't want music school anymore. I didn't care about the money. I didn't care about, I just wanted to do something different in my life. And that's when I did that for school. My partner at the time was an alcoholic, and they were dependent on me because that's when it got really bad, when I was sick, because the money was flying off, and I still had to work so hard to get out of that relationship. When I started going to school and started learning how to do it, and I was really happy I got on here and I started going to school, and I thought that being like, these things are straight out. Then we saw things just like really difficult, you could see that to try it. I don't know if it's how to keep it down. It's probably wrong. He would be really good. And he would say, okay, you better watch where you're going. Because if I see you on the street, I will come up behind you. And he did that without really push time. And he was violent. And I had to survive that. Knowing that that's why Even though I've been through so much pain and suffering, one day I just woke up and said, I'm here. If I walk down the street and I see you, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I can't control that, but I'm not going to be still. And that's what I said to him. And I didn't hear from him after that. I didn't hear. I just refused to be scared. I refused to be intimidated. I refused to be, what he would try to do was using my photos that I had taken while I was in the industry. And he said, I'm going to send those to your school, to your boss, I'm going to make sure that they know you. I got to the point where I went at my boss and I just said, look, I've got a business partner and you can split me. And you didn't get to do this, you need to do it. And then just say, they were really supportive. And they said, well, that's not going to find out anyway. Keep doing what you're doing and get on with it and you're doing fine. And so I guess all the fears that he gave me, I just sort of confronted them. And it's just sort of didn't control me as much as he was trying to elevate himself and move on in that relationship to get my training out and finish it and complete it and get a job. And that job's been able to sit for a long time, a very long time, but the drug addict and the alcoholic know the importance of hard working and that's another story. But so the impacts of sexual assault that I've had in my life, which I've experienced, is that it was affected my relationships. Even after my husband was still abusive in my relationships, not even just with me, but with everybody. And it got to the point where I didn't have any place to pay for the healing. The sexual abuse of the child is actually really wrong. She's even after the last few years, I'm still learning about abusive behaviour and what's acceptable and what's not. I've got no boundaries whatsoever. And I just get sucked in. I'm a pretty intelligent person, but I just get sucked in so many times. And it gets to the point now where I'm like, I don't even know how to relate. So, loneliness is something that I'm through a lot. I don't know how to trust people, and if you don't know how to trust, it's really, really difficult to take a relationship. So the other thing that kind of about me that after I went to hospital and I got my motivation and I got my first job, I just to be down the pace of this way down. That was another big wake up in my life. For me, I start loving sports with families and families. I get to get some food from them, and I start playing it because for a bit of time. That's very easy for people to have to do anyway. But unfortunately, guess what happened? What happened? I went into the hospital, and I was just looking to be in the hospital, and I thought maybe within the first hour, I was one of my patients in the hospital. And told me, and that's what happened. So that's what made one thing really bad to have a sexual attraction. It's bad to be diagnosed with mental illness, so at the same time, so much like sexual culture as well, for women, so you just feel like confused, full of really badness. You know, so it's my that my spirit, soon as I know to the God that it's not a good experience. The truth of it is that all of the hospital, they didn't have sufficient safety for people in the hospital at that time. I was able, a man was able to access my room and to get a hold of me and to briefly try and assist me. And that is what blew the whole situation out of hospital. It affected my health. It affected my health. And there's nothing I can do about it. So that's completely on another journey. But you know, I thought it was really bad at the time. I thought getting diagnosed with the sucked, you know. My life would be so bad and full of so much crap, and then all of a sudden I got this. I thought that it was really bad. It wasn't. It's a blessing at the time. Having been diagnosed meant that for the rest of my life I had access to the medical side about me, to psychologists, psychiatrists, nurses. I had all that access to these people who actually, I'm not sure if I had access to all these people who had these services who I could now have the survivors of childhood sexual and adults. I can now have access to that. It took me 5 years to realise that. But I did, and once I started doing, I started doing a lot of, I realised that if I didn't get help, I was never going to get better. And after 5 years, I was in denial for 5 years. But I lost everything as a result. My mental health was so poor. I got homeless, myself, you know, all those effects, my mental health was affecting my life. I lost everything, I became homeless, I lost my car, lost my job, lost my self-respect, but I had some good friends that looked after me, and I had to make a decision whether I was going to get help. And I did. And when I got help from them, they got me off medication, they helped me stabilise my mind. They also got me, they got me the family at home. I had to get some welfare. And basically, my life started coming back together. Once I started doing my meditation, and I didn't have my phone in my folder, I sort of cleaned it out, and that was good because that helped me to start putting my life back together. And that's when I went to a place called Melbourne Carpentry, which is actually the centre of mental health. And I went there, and they are amazing people. course psychiatrist and psychologist. I had all sorts of people to help me. But because now that I was accepting the help, I was so able to start healing, started my healing process. A lot of my damage was in my mind, of course. There is a deep ingrained belief in my mind. I can't shut it off. That I'm working. But I've been able to, see in myself that my race and my anchor. I acknowledge that my race and my anchor I actually feel my race. I haven't actually been in a while, but many years actually, but I guess I understand that better. And, I've taken this position of my life and I was really people and reporting pain something where I'm doing this position that you know that's wrong in my heart, it's painful. But I can see that ugly emotion but I've been really blessed in my own, in my own through food, with my animals, but I see that with my home, this is a safe place to be. When it is that place for me, that I'm constantly that I can't say it, that words inside of my mind that I'm not, that ingrained negative thoughts, it's thinking, and it's bringing places out, I'm not thinking myself now, and then it's that, I go alright and I look at myself and then I look at myself like I am and then go to it. So it's going to start doing it and just dealing with it what this thought can be. It means what it means for me that even though I think I'm not included. So what that means is I'll get up in the morning and I'll feed the animals. So I'll tell you what, so I still have that. Very figure out that the people in this is going to take this off. the abuse that they have. So I'm just looking at what we say. But that's not for me. For me, this has happened at the beginning. I really hope to really struggle hard. And the next thing that we have is next to we have faith. Now, faith is known as the Bible story. Basically, the Bible tells us about the past. The fact is really the past. So that mindset is that negative mindset in our mind is very productive. Because why? The Bible tells us because God gives us music that was, well, the Bible tells a different story. It tells the true story. And if we can see ourselves truly in that light, then it can take away a lot of those negative lies that we may have been told. So what I'm going to do now, it also caused family separation. Obviously, I grew up in a very abusive family. And so I felt the separation when I was only 17 years old. It's not 17, that was... I felt that separation when I was 15. Not 15. 14. I was kicked out when I was 14. And that was a blessing. My goodness. And then I was kicked out when I was 17 with what happened with this uncle. And then I was a lot of rejection. I've experienced a lot of rejection as a result. And so I'm glad that I have my faith. I still have problems today with rejection, by the way. If I'm in a relationship with a man, I want to be accepted and loved, but when they reject me or they don't want me for whatever reason, and a lot of the times now it's not my fault. It doesn't happen very often, but it's not my fault. Let's just say I know now, how to have a good relationship with people. But when they reject me, I really take it to heart, and it really hurts a lot. And I'm thinking now, from the next person I ever get involved with is really going to have to measure up to some standards. Not too many standards, but I'm just being just someone that I can't, my heart, I have a responsibility to my heart, and it would be cruel for me to give it to someone that didn't love me. And that's what I have been doing up to this point in my life. I keep getting into relationships with men that don't give back that love. I keep getting into abusive relationships. But as time has gone down, those abusive relationships have gotten smaller and smaller. The effects have gone from violence and now most of my relationships are all mind games. Because I am able to stand up and say, no, well, I'm not going to be beaten anymore. But I still have trouble trying to figure out all those mind games. And that's what I've actually learnt at the Centre Against Sexual Assault, is the forms of abuse that are not just physical, but psychological and emotional. So now I'm thinking, well, if I find someone that really likes me, he's got to really like me, He's got to show that, and I've got to prove it to myself that he really is sincere, and that he's a good person, and that he's not going to be fickle with his love, because I can't allow myself to be abused. I can't, or just rejected. I think the last relationship was an abusive relationship, but the one before that was a nice guy, and he was really good to me. But somewhere along the way, I misread it, or
he told me when he finished that I was my bipolar. Oh, oh my goodness. So I didn't know that he was going, I want to have that assurance that the person that I give this heart to is going to earn it. Not earn it, but yeah, earn it. And actually know that, treat me like I'm worth something. I don't know. I mean, relationships are too. I'm actually went through this stage since my what do we call it? The group training. I realized that it was a lot easier to not have a relationship, and it was safer, and I didn't get hurt, and that's where I was at with them. So I don't have to have a relationship. I really enjoy just being by myself. This is really cool. And then they'll be like, I think you need more therapy. But that, when I talk about having a relationship, it just gets complicated. And I think I just have a responsibility to just make sure that whoever that person is, that they are the real deal. And I have to identify that in that person. I have to see that in them. And this is where I go wrong. Sometimes I don't see it. But I've had so many abusive relationships now. I think I might do better than I think. But the last relationship was terrible. That my grandmother who abused me actually passed away. And obviously that was difficult for me because even though she was really bad, I still loved her. And it broke my heart. And I don't know, I think when you go through life and you have these, bad experiences, people can come along that really aren't helpful. And unfortunately, I didn't make a good decision with this guy. I trusted him, but he ended up raping me. So, and just taking advantage of me. And so, yeah, this is why I'm a bit scared at the moment with men. They terrify me. And no offense to the men, I think you're lovely, but I'm just so scared of them. Yeah. So we got the counselling, so the recovery. I guess one of the things in recovery is just accepting who you are for where you've been and what you've been through. I thank God that I have, with the other ladies that I've done the group therapy with, they're still scared. As when I was talking about one of my partners that threatened me, and I used to be scared, they're still at that level. And they ask me, why don't I get scared? And I choose not to let other people frighten me, that's all. If they're going to hurt me, what can I do about it, I can't do anything. It's going to happen. But I refuse to be scared of something that hasn't happened. So I want to live my life to the full. I live by myself in a neighbourhood which is really dangerous. And, lower socioeconomic area. We've got drug addicts everywhere. When the police come, they go, what do you do living by yourself? How do you live by yourself? And it's like, well, I just live by myself. But I have my faith, you see. And I just tell the ladies that if something bad is going to happen to me, it's going to happen and there's nothing I can do about it. I'll just have to, but until then, I'm going to enjoy my life and I'm going to make the best out of it. One of my greatest things that I love very much is having my home as a safe home. It's a bit of a dump at the moment, but, and that my animals, I've got a cat and a dog. It means the world to me that they are safe in their home and that, that they have their needs met and that I can help them with that. I need to work on myself, but yeah, it means the world to me. They just mean the world. It just means the world to me to be able to look after them good. Oh, that's a long talk. How do I feel about that afterwards? Come a long way. I also do music. I won't be doing music right now, but I sing, and I've sung about my experiences. And when I saw the ladies so distraught and so upset and so hurt, they were in They were living the nightmare that I've been through. I just thought I got to talk about this stuff. And I just, a lot of them are going, what hope is there for us? What hope is our lives going to be full of fear and hurt and pain and suffering? And it's not the case. It's not the case. I have a long way to go. I'm nowhere near recovered, never will be. And I have my own challenges that I have to meet from day to day. But I could tell you that the person I am today, is not that person that I was 10 years ago. 10 years ago I was a mess. I couldn't go into public without having a breakdown, and I was, I couldn't talk to people. I had no communication. So if you go back a bit, you'll see, hang on, there's an improvement now. But if you go back even a little bit more, you're going to see that I was even more damaged and more, I was a completely different person. And that's the thing, is that we grow and we heal. And we get to a point where the things of the past, I don't wake up in the morning and just think about, all those people and all those things that happened to me. The fact I could tell you this story about my past is, without the tears and the crying and the devastation, is because of healing. It's because it was in the past. I've forgiven those people for what they've done. What they've done was a crime. It was wrong. They shouldn't have done it. But there will never be that kind of justice for me. It doesn't have that much. It doesn't have a hold on me anymore. It still plays a part, and that's the challenges I have to face. But my life now is a good life. I have a happy home, and I have hopes for the future. And my hope for the future is to actually share my story with people, and hopefully to give people hope that to keep moving and to keep moving forward, and to deal with the past, and to find a little bit of peace in this world. And there is peace in this world, when you look at the sunset on a beautiful day and it's beautiful still, and you just think, this is so glorious. There is peace in this world, and we can have peace in our hearts as well. And that depends, for me, that was my faith, and God helped me to find a lot of the peace. And I just pray that whatever journey you're on, that you can find that peace for yourself. You want to see a piece of my peace? I can't lift her, she's too heavy. Where's my son? Where is he? I'll give you a piece of my peace. Just give me a sec. Come on, over to properties. Alright, here we go. Now this is not the piece of the piece. This is the last piece of the piece. But this is my little bit of happiness, but he's not the piece of the piece. If he like turns, there's no peace. He's gonna rip me to shreds. Say hello, Kobe Doobie. He's my boy. And he's a good boy because he's always with me. And when I get mentally unwell, like depressed, which is a bit where I'm at the moment, not just getting down that way, he won't leave me, will you? He won't leave me. He's gorgeous. But he wants to go outside, so he's very angry about that. You got anger management issues, kitty cat. Bella, up with you. Up there. Okay, up to go. Up. Come on. Up there, come on. Sit. Here she is. This is my girl. Now this girl, you've met lots of dogs in the world, but this girl, come here, is special. She's very special. She's a loving little dog. And she's 5. And she's very kind. She's a very kind little dog. And she loves people. Oh. Okay. So there we go. Now you know me. I'll probably have to come and do this all over again. I don't know. What do I like to do with my life? Well, I love music, and I'm going to do music. I express a lot of my pain about what's happened to me through my music. Like a lot of the anger that I used to have, and now I express it through music in a positive way. And you know, that's what you do. I tend to take the anger and I generate it out through something more positive, like talking about my stuff. What else do I do? Oh, I do Facebook Live, 8:30 every day. That's just from when you go there, that's my faith. Yeah, that's my faith is there to express, and I love that. I love my faith. I watched this lady on Periscope last night, and you know what she did? She did a live show for hours. So that was really good, and she was singing, and she was she was doing her thing, and I think that is really good. And she was doing music practice, and she would play the guitar, because that's what I do, is I play the guitar and stuff. Yes, I will do that on Periscope at some stage, but my music, a lot of it is expressing the pain that I've been through as a survivor, and that's what I'm hoping to do, is to go, hoping, I've got the sound system and everything. That's what I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to be going live to people. I won't necessarily talk about, I don't know, I've got to put the program together. I'm just doing some singing and giving back, you know. So much has been given to me. I'm so happy to, so much has been given to me in the way of helping my recovery from I'm really, really grateful. The mental health system is there to pick up the pieces, really, of people who have unfortunately had to live through this kind of stuff. Right, I don't think there's anybody here, but I don't know how to use Periscope. I've been watching it, it's okay. My friend Michael is, oh my goodness. Hello, Selena, hello. I hope you only caught the last minute of this. And I'm going through YouTube. And YouTube has got, I think that one person that's watching is me. I'll say hello to Michael. So I've been on here for about an hour now, talking about sacred taboos, because I thought that would be something people would like to hear. And you know what? There was people that came up on Facebook, and some came up on Periscope. But I think with Periscope it's more interactive than it is, you know, you got to interact with the people who are watching. Hang on, I'm going to say hello to Selena. Yeah. Alright, now I'm bored. Did you meet the cat? You met the cat, you met the dog. So, anyway, maybe next time I can talk to you about putting those shows together. I'm not too sure how I'm going to do that. It's been a long time since I've worked in show business. Oh well. I'm going to go for now. probably see you at 8:30 because that's when I do the live stream. But thanks for listening to whoever listened. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye, Selena. Bye.